This is not your average award show. We are not at a venue. We are in my mom's house, essentially. And I'm making this video because this year has proven to be slightly to maybe a lot more difficult than other years. I probably will see more rock bottoms. So this is just one of many. And during those times, what I've learned is that going into gratitude, going into reflection is a wonderful way out. It's a wonderful way back up. So, here I am in what is known as stage 3, the Valley of Despair. Somebody called it the Valley of Despair and also determination, which I really like. That resonates. The Valley of Despair is a term I heard from Alex Hormozy, who's a business guy, very popular on YouTube, and it's stage 3 out of 5 stages of the business life cycle that any entrepreneur will go through. There's a dip. I think there's a book called The Dip as well. And so it's this well-known notion of like, you start here, you experience this is cool, I like this, the freedom, the choice, the ability to have your own schedule and get your own clients and blah, blah, blah. And then it gets really hard and you realize everything you don't know. And you realize all the skills you don't quite have that you really need. And during this time, for the most part, I'm out here just running this tiny ship on my own for now. And it has made a wonderful impact all around the world. But I haven't done it alone. And so I wanted to give gratitude to all of the dozens of people who have been so helpful. And if you're watching this for whatever reason and you're not one of those people, then I urge you to find yourself in the award, to locate who's your character. Think of it as like one of those quizzes. What's your Harry Potter character? What's your off the beaten path character? Who are you most like? What is your contribution to the world? Because the bigger message of this video is that nobody does it alone and that we all play a part. I have another video where I talk about giving all the help you can give and getting all the help you can get. This is kind of a similar message. So I was recently talking to the young person that I babysit about jingles. So the jingle for Off the Beaten Path Learning Award Show is going to go like this. I'm making it up right now. Off the Beaten Path Award Show. All right, that was it. Starting with the leadership and mentorship category, I want to thank Natisha. I want to thank everybody at Red Hook Initiative in Brooklyn. And this is in no order in particular, but I also want to thank Natisha. What award did Natisha win? Glad you asked. Holder of Structure and of Hearts. Tariq, the best boss I have ever had. And the most willing to see me for my value and the most willing to challenge me to do better. Tony, you are the King of Swords. I would expect you don't read tarot cards, so you don't know what that means. What it means is that you are a very logical father. You're a very logical father, you are stoic, and you clearly want what's best for your son. Andrea, I'm going to name you from Embark Center the Third Eye Award because you have insights that help, that affirm, that surprise. I think you see things, you're like a Captain Obvious for things that other people just completely miss, that are maybe so obvious that other people just take it for granted, but you see it. Allison, You are the Strongest Shoulders Award, because you really have listened to me, both privately and in our self-directed education facilitator meetings. You have really listened, and you have really given full-bodied advice. And I so appreciate it, and it has helped. It has helped this Off the Beaten Path learning to continue. Jackie. Jacqueline Fisher, mentor, dear friend. I am going to say you are getting the 71 and Comfortable Award. But you are also getting, more seriously, the Bringer of Pause Award. You allowed me to see for the first time the usefulness of 2 minutes of quiet. And at first I hated you for it, but now look at us. Eh? Now we're friends, now we're buds. And you're still my mentor. Always will be. Inez, you are a healer. You are a healer wise beyond your years. And mine. You usually thank me for showing you that mental illness and mental health is a superpower. But I really don't remember it that way. I remember very clearly sitting with you when you were like 16, and you said that. You said mental illness is a superpower. And that's why we did that workshop. That's why we worked together. So, a healer wise beyond your years and ours. Tay. Dearest Tay, you have been, I believe, my youngest learner to date. And yet, despite your tiny years, despite your years of being only less than 10 years old, you are the most courageous person I know. You are the most willing to face life head on. When we met for the first time, I don't know if you remember this, you said you wanted to be more clever with friends and more clever with conversation. And now look at you. You're a great reader, top of your class, making friends. You faced that head on. You asked your mom if I could help. You got your help. And now you're giving your help. You're contributing to the world. And you'll be doing that more and more and more. You have many years ahead of you. Category 2, inspiration and growth. Erica Medina, you thought the RHI stuff was over? Fooled you. You are winning the Strategy and Vulnerability Master Award because you are the boss's boss, because you are always, to me, you'll always be the boss's boss, because you showed me that vulnerability is a strength. If you use it well, it is a strength. Kim. I have 2 Kims in these awards, so I'll say Kim A. Kim, you are the 9 of Pentacles. Again, you probably don't mess around with tarot cards. I'll explain. You are a protector. You are a protector of wealth, of family, of connection, of resources. You know what you have and you guard it. The 9 of Pentacles are a very guardian kind of card, similar to the Empress. Now, Tone, you're getting the Journey-Driven Reflective Award. Now, I know it sounds kind of, I thought about it, I was like, there's no cooler way to say that, but journey-driven, you have challenged me. You have challenged me multiple times. And part of the way you did that was through your self-awareness that you are process-driven, not results-driven. And that may change. But in that conversation where we figured that out, and in further conversations after that, you showed me that it's about input, not output. That output you can't control, so focus on what you can control. I don't think you realize you taught me that, but you did. Sarah. There's maybe another Sarah in here, maybe a couple Sarahs in here. So this is for Sarah F. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Sarah Fitzpatrick. You are the biggest, most supportive fan. And not just of me. I'm pretty sure you're just like that. So that's the award you're getting, is Most Supportive Fan Award. You're a hype person. I wonder if you've ever been a cheerleader. You just have such kind words, and they're so genuine. And you just, I think, much like Tariq, you see the value that I bring and that more generally that Off the Beaten Path brings. Abra. Abra. And Abra in the morning. Podcaster in the making, beach, witch, mama bear, grandma bear. I didn't name your award, but you do inspire me. You do allow me to keep growing. You're a great role model. Thank you. Faith. Hey, Faith. You move strategically. You see ahead. You are getting the Moving Strategically Award. I think that as a writer, you tap into truth. And in doing so, that's how you move strategically. With truth. Which, interestingly enough, is similar to your name. You have faith in what is real. That's my theory about it. Kaya. Kaya. There are a couple Kayas in my life. You know who you are. This Kaya in particular, you'll know by the description. You are a natural leader, a natural caretaker, and you get what you manifest. And I've always been inspired by that. It wasn't just off the beaten path. In fact, it was very little off the beaten path. When in 2021, you manifested everything that we set out for you to accomplish. You did it. You did it. You did it. And so you are the Getting What She Manifests award. You're in your soft girl era, but you have high level work. And there's just not a lot of caretakers out there like you. You're just naturally good at it. Naturally a leader, naturally an influencer. I cannot wait to see where you go. Thank you so much for making a pit stop here at Off the Beaten Path. Shishmita. Shishmita. Greatest Teacher Award. I don't say that lightly. You taught me low floor, high ceiling. That's probably something I reference more than most things. You reminded me and enforced and stressed the importance of data, metrics, proof, right? The receipts. People want to see the proof in the pudding. You challenge me to be better, and you do so in a way that is gentle and very teacherly. Thank you. You have taught me about negotiation. You have taught me about motherhood. You have taught me about professionalism, which I'm still learning. Thank you. Thank you. Greatest Teacher Award. And George. George, also an inspiration, also an uplifter. I would like to give you the Quietest Hype Man Award, because although you do not speak with a particularly high amount of energy, your words, I think your words have meant a lot to me, and I think you don't hold back. Much like Tariq Bell, you don't hold back in recognizing the value, and I just appreciate that very much. I in fact need it. So thank you. Third category, blah, blah, blah. Third category, creativity and vision. Reno. Hello, Reno. But you are a great storyteller. There's actually quite a few artists and storytellers in this, in these awards. But Reno, you have been. I've only worked with you a couple of months, maybe less, and you're very young. And I don't think you even realize how what talented you are with drama, with stories. You see characters and their dynamics like that. You see their intention, you see the aftermath, you just see it. You just see more than other people see. Great storyteller. Great storyteller. Thank you for working with Off the Beaten Path. Thank you for appreciating it. Thank you for sharing your talent and your genius. Jack, it's been a while. I'd like to give you the most curious storyteller award. Jack is a historian. He's a filmmaker. He's going places. He's been places. Jack is curious, and that curiosity is what allows, he's a question asker. That curiosity is what allows him, I think, to weave and pull apart really captivating stories, really truthful stories. Carrie McDonald. Hi, Carrie. You have interviewed me twice, once for writing, once for a podcast. Carrie, you are getting the Bars Award because you got burrs. You got bars. You are a natural writer. And by that, I don't necessarily mean storyteller. What I really mean is you are a writer. Like, you see lines. When I said to you that my genius is seeing the genius of others, you immediately said, that's a good line, and you wrote it down. And ever since then, I have used that on repeat. It's a tagline of mine at this point, because of you, because you saw it. You helped me to see that in myself, even though I was the one that said it. Betty. Extraordinary Visibility Coach. That is the award. There is nobody else that brings out people's visibility as much as you. That's Betty Newman, by the way, if anybody's wondering. Great coach. Reach out to Betty Newman. Beatrice. B. Wouldn't you want to be Beatrice? I am awarding you, I am thanking you for being the most courageous writer. We work together partially because you are working on your copywriting skills, but on the other hand, you're already a fantastic writer. And I think what I mean by courageous is that you are willing to go there. Like, I see it. I see your fear. And I see you going there at the same time. And that's a skill a lot of people don't have. Courage. To be able to be anxious, scared, whatever, and at the same time to go for it, to face it, to deal with it. You were wonderful to work with, and I really appreciate you being the first person ever to provide Off the Beaten Path with 5-star review on Google. Everybody go check out B's amazing writing on my Google review. I will link that. I will link that below. I will try my best to link that below because it's a great review. Catherine. You are receiving the Most Down Award because I think as an electrician, a lot of people would not expect a professional electrician to reach out to Off the Beaten Path, but you see the value in this, and you are down. You are down for the value. You are down for the experience. And I don't think that's like nothing, you know. When you explored, like, how do I revamp this training course for the other electricians that are learning to be electricians? How do I make this course more engaging? How do I speak to these young people and these people that are in training in a way that is actually engaging, in a way that is actually interesting, in a way that actually sticks, and they retain the information? And you acknowledged that self-directed education, although this is a one-on-one format, that by receiving the training yourself, that you could then take that and lock it into something better for your own world. And I think a lot of people are not down the way you're down. So I thank you. Okay, I'm going to take a break because I'm emotional. All right, let's continue forward. Last on the creativity and vision category, Rob. Young Rob. Seven of Swords. And I say that with admiration. I think of all the young people I've known, you are determined and discerning. You are resourceful, and you're an advocate for yourself. What I mean by determined and discerning and resourceful and advocate, I think you face difficulty in a way that you're judging for yourself the quality and the worthwhileness, the worthiness of the challenge. And you say to yourself, okay, is this going to make me a better person? Am I going to be proud of myself if I'm able to do this? Phenomenal that I'm doing it. Even if it's difficult, I'm doing it. And if I can figure out a way to make it work better for me, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to hold my own. Your parents, especially your mom, great human being, friend of mine, but you are your own person, and you have taught me a lot about being determined, discerning, and resourceful, and an advocate. I'm using this as a good thing. The Seven of Swords is a card about taking what you need, using what you need, and getting out of a situation that is not useful for you, but taking what you need along the way. So I really see that on you, and I thank you for being a part of Off the Beaten Path, and I thank you for leaving Off the Beaten Path when you did, because you were the one that told your parents, I think I'm good. And it's that kind of choice that we're really exercising, that we're really here to empower you to make that kind of choice. So, job well done, everybody. Okay, category 4. Dedication and impact. Jonas. Here we go. Jonas. Listens with the most open heart award. We've only spoken a few times this year, but every time you are a friend that I can come to, and you just listen with your entire heart. And that has really helped me during a difficult year to continue this business. Thank you. Janice, this is Janice of, that was the editor and I think now graphic designer for Alliance of Self-Directed Education. You are the hardest working and the biggest impact. And what I mean by biggest impact is that those 2 articles that you wrote, combining all of the different educators and facilitators that you incorporated, that article is still to this day well, I mean, it's only been a few months, but the search engine, the backlinks on that, more people get referred to Off the Beaten Path through that ASDI article than any other external link. Megan, we don't really know each other, but I just think you get it. Like, you really get it. You have a nuanced understanding of things. And I appreciate you for that. I think a lot of people appreciate you for that. Megan, originally of the Unschool Files, if anyone here knows the Unschool Files, now as the Discord server, this is the Way to Fucking Get It award, because you really get it. Alexa, you were my maybe first, no, you weren't, but Alexa, you are the most passionate person about deschooling that I know. So you are getting the most deschooling passionate award. And I think that's important because a lot of people want to skip that, or they get frustrated by that process in the unschooling process. They want to skip deschooling. They want to get it over with, and you're there for it. You're there to walk people through it. You're there to guide them through it. You're there to see the value in it. And you taught me a lot about that. And you were also a great client for like 6, 7, 8 months. We did a lot of work together. I really appreciate you. Imani of Business Wonders LLC. Second 5-star Google review I've ever received. Your award is the most trustworthy. For any one-day, one-time coaching experience, I offer a deep dive report and a message in response that is very personalized and custom for you. And Imani was just really open and really trusting with the whole process, which is ironic because that's kind of what we were working on, but most trustworthy. Thank you. Thank you, Imani, for sharing your day and your heart with me. Sahil, you were my coach. I was your coach. You were my coach for longer. And the award I would like to give you is the Calm and Connected Award. You are so calm. I don't know what it's like when you're angry, but you are so calm. And you're so connected. It's funny because we were working, when I was your client, we were working on alignment. You seem very aligned. So both you and Tammy are receiving the Calm and Collected Award. I think you both have that energy. I think it's awesome. And I think I learned a lot from it. Thank you. Katie Ann, you are receiving the Most Stoic Mom Award. And this may surprise you because sometimes I think you blur the lines accidentally, or maybe not, between friend and mom. And I think you know that, and I think you try to balance it out by being the most stoic mom. You don't put your ego in your relationship. You said to me, if it works for my kid and it helps her, I don't care if it's coming from me or somebody else. You said that to me, and I thought that was really powerful. You take your ego right out of it. You do what's best. That's stoicism to a certain extent. Just doing what is necessary, doing what is best, regardless of how you feel about it, regardless of how difficult it is, regardless of how it may affect your ego. You're like, no, this is what's best for my girl, for my daughter. Thank you for being a part of Off the Beaten Path. Thank you for being the head of marketing for 3-4 months. Josh, a great learner. You are receiving the Most Considerate Learner Award because not only are you considerate of me personally as a human, but more so, you're considerate of life around you. You are very thoughtful. And although you were working on staying alert and discerning, I think you're naturally gifted with being very observant. For certain things, right? Not for everything, but I think you see people dynamics, the stuff between the lines. I think you see it, and I think you're learning how to respond to it. You're learning how to make sense of it. So, Most Considerate Learner Award. Thank you for working with Off the Beaten Path. Thank you for sharing all those conversations with me. And to your brother Julian, there is nobody out there that knows how to go places like you know how to go places. So you know the award I'm going to give you. Knows how to go places award. You are going places. Keep believing in yourself. Keep putting out content. Keep being who you are. Like through and through, true and true. You are a transit fan. You are a fan of travel. You are a fan of discovery. People need that. People want it. Go out there and serve. Big Robert. Robert the dad. 6 of Cups. You are an empowering dad who prioritizes joy. At least from my perspective, my vantage point. I think a lot of dads prioritize joy, and this isn't always fun for mom, because then mom has to hold it down. But on the other hand, it really allows your child to tap into what makes them happy, and to share with their father in that. So I think connecting back to true joy is really important. The last person in category 4, dedication and impact. Dedication and impact. And this kind of goes into category 5, family and relationships, because now we're just close friends. Tara started this whole thing award. Greatest truth teller, greatest self-advocate, most authentic, most absurd, most observational, most expressive. You have taught me a lot about a lot of things. Advocacy, absurdity, authenticity, the truth. Thank you for taking this ride with me. It has been awesome. I hope we know each other for a very long time. Category 5. This is the last category. We're going to start with Kim. Kim, my friend. You are a learner's mom. You are also a miracle. You are a miracle that reminds me that I am a miracle. You are a miracle doing incredibly important work. What is your award? Autonomy award. It makes sense. You are the most autonomous autonomy spreader award. Kim is a health and sex educator. She is a powerhouse. She is a phenomenal mother. She is a great friend. And she knows how to prioritize, and she knows how to prioritize herself and what's important to her. And she has taught me a lot about that. And that has been helpful in this company, being this company. Bernard. Megan Bernard. I also did not name this award, but most down for us, for friendship, most understanding of me, least pressure-y friend that I know, great role model of how to be disabled and do it well. You have allowed me on a very personal level, right? This is less founder, less off the beaten path, and more so just person to person. You have allowed me to be and feel supported. I really appreciate it. And I love you. Other people I love, Allie and Eileen. I grouped them together because they share the same birthday as Gandhi. What award are you receiving? Best Head on the Shoulders Award. Out of anyone that I know, the two people who have the best head on their shoulders are Allie and Eileen. Allie of Spilled Milk, Eileen of Eileen. Grounded and amazing people. Inspire me all the time. This is a general grouping, but my family and friends. I want to thank my family and friends just generally. I can't name them all. I did name a few, but Maria, Roberto, Laura Hennessy, Lauren, many other people, many other people. My Bay Ridge people, my Brazil people. You've all allowed the Off the Beaten Path to make the impact that it's made, whether you realize it or not, in whatever indirect way that you did it, whether it was like supporting us with resources, supporting us with advice. It has been important, it has played a part, and it has allowed the impact to be. And just for anyone who doesn't realize the impact, the transformations that self-directed education has helped to make. One person went from not being able to read to being able to read. One person went from feeling bored and stuck to being an A student and is now ready to go back to college and has her first adult job. One person is now an award-winning playwright. One person, one power couple, they're both founders and freelancers, and they're doing amazing. As far as I know, it's been a little while since I've checked in. The impact of this work is that whatever decision you make it well. You make it with support. You make it with having a hand, a nudge, a push, whatever it is you need. Whatever it is you need, right? Off the Beaten Path allows you to create your own way forward. The last two people I want to thank are probably the most important people in my life. Mom, you have a heart of gold and you roar like a lion, and I love you. John, you're upstairs right now. You might be listening to this. You are my protector. You are my partner in life and in everything else. You are everything that I ever dreamed of and everything I never knew that I needed or wanted. You have held space for me. You have checked in with me when I didn't even know what was going on. And I think I'm going to cut it short here and do the rest later because you, upstairs you, my baby, my love, told me, you're sick, don't you want to rest your voice? And I do want to rest my voice, so we're going to stop this.